Yo, what's up, guys? So today we're about to react 3 true foster care horror stories animated, but we're only gonna be watching one, alright? Because we got a lot of videos to watch right now. And basically, if you don't know, this is like scary days of where we just watch scary shit and, vibe, you feel me? So, we're gonna be watching this.
It's been well over a decade since I had a good night's sleep. I usually depend on pounding down a few beers every night, as it's the only way to knock me out cold, besides the meds I was prescribed. I still can't seem to forget what happened that day. My body begins to tense up as the hairs on my skin begin to elevate, like a gust of wind temporarily sending shivers throughout my anatomy. No amount of professional counseling can erase the sheer horror I experienced on the surface of my fingertips. All I know is that I can't unsee what I've seen, or undo what I've done. It all started when I was 13 years old. I lived in a house of 4 that consisted of me, my mom, my dad, and my younger sister Nadia. My parents called Nadia and I to the living room for a family meeting. I remember seeing my parents looking visibly distraught, disguised with a fake grin like they were trying to hide something from us. I immediately asked them, Mom, Dad, is everything okay? Everything is fine, Max. It's just that I don't know how I should say this.
We're thinking about having another kid. Really?
Wow, I guess 2 isn't enough, huh?
No, my
Well,
reaction
we
would have been
always
like,
wanted to have 3, but the doctor said I unfortunately can't.
Honey, it's okay. I'll take over from here. You guys can go back to your room. We just wanted to give you the heads up. I was honestly quite taken aback by the news, but welcomed the idea with open arms, as I thought it couldn't hurt having another little sister or brother. The house we lived in was a decent-sized 2-story home which had an extra bedroom. My assumption was that it was intended for guests, but I now knew it was going to be for my new baby sibling. About a month after that evening, I remember riding the school bus with my little sister as we were on our way home from a long day at school. As the bus began approaching my house, I saw my parents sitting by the front porch alongside a young boy. It was quite uncharacteristic of my parents to be home at such an early time, as they were usually still at work according to their schedule. My sister and I got off the bus and began walking towards my parents, while the boy looks at us with glee in his eyes like he was ecstatic to see us. My parents greet my sister and I and introduce us to the boy, saying,
why that kid look like
Max,
that?
Nadia, meet Oliver.
Hi!
Hello. Hey there, it's nice to finally meet you both. So, not to be rude, but who are you exactly? Guys, this here is Oliver, your new brother. He'll be staying with us from now on. An awkward essence filled the void of silence, as me and Nadia didn't exactly know what to say or how to react. We ended up going inside and having dinner together as my parents began to disclose specific details regarding Oliver. Oliver was a foster child. He was taken out of his initial home due to the disobedient and lackluster parenting he was getting from his drug-addicted mom and his in and out of jail father. I later learned that my mother wasn't able to have children anymore. Everything finally made sense to me, in which I decided to put my best foot forward and make Oliver feel more welcome. About several weeks into Oliver's stay, I could honestly say things turned out better than I anticipated. We had developed a pretty strong bond, as he enjoyed activities like climbing the tree in our backyard or playing tug-of-war with me and my dad. I remember us even celebrating Oliver's birthday with a piñata and a cake. Everything seemed swell, until one night, when my parents went on a weekend getaway and left me in charge of looking after the household. This wasn't a foreign thing, as I've babysat Nadia countless times, before Oliver was even in the picture. I remember watching a movie in the living room while my sister and Oliver were both in their respective bedrooms. The time was approximately 1 a.m. when I see Oliver come from the kitchen and into the living room, where he casually sits on the couch next to me. Oliver then stares at me and says, "Hey Max, can I ask you a question?" "Sure, Oliver, what's up?" Isn't it just better having a brother, since your little sister barely has anything in common with you? Well, that's not true, Oliver. Nadia and I both enjoy— Can we play tug-of-war? I'm sorry, Oliver, but it's too dark outside for that. How about in the morning? Okay, let's play cops and robbers instead. I kinda just want to watch the movie, Oliver. You mind playing with Nadia?
A weird vibe right now,
She's boring to play with, but sure, I guess. Oliver then heads upstairs while I continue watching the movie. About several minutes later, I couldn't grasp any details from the movie as my attention span was oddly skewed by the interaction I just had with Oliver. I couldn't help but feel guilty after refusing to play tug-of-war or cops and robbers with him. That's when I decided to head upstairs and accompany the two in whatever game they were playing inside Nadia's bedroom. As I approached the hallway upstairs, I heard muffled whimpering. It sounded like Nadia's voice with a hand over her mouth or something, like she was being suffocated against her will. I then heard Oliver aggressively saying, "Shut up! You weren't supposed to be here, Nadia! Your parents adopted me because I'm supposed to take your place now. You have to go now, okay?"
Let's go help people customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Bruh.
Okay, who sat at my desk?
Upgrade your night and get the most from your day with T3 Pocket at Coil Tech.
I immediately sprinted towards Nadia's bedroom and bulldozed my way inside as I see Oliver holding a knife over Nadia's head.
No.
What the hell are you doing, Oliver? Put the knife down! Oh, relax, Max. We're just playing cops and robbers, see? I'm the robber and she's the bank teller. Now you're supposed to be the cop who arrests me. What perfect timing for you to join us! Put the knife down and go to your room, Oliver! But you told me to play with Nadia. Leave her alone or I'm calling the cops! Oliver then puts the knife down and walks to his bedroom while whispering under his breath, "This wouldn't have happened if you just played with me." I then relinquished the knife from anyone's possession and made sure Nadia was okay. I could tell she was petrified out of her mind from the shivers on her hands all the way down to her trembling feet. Everything's gonna be okay now, right?
I don't want Oliver living with us anymore.
Don't worry, he's not gonna hurt you. I'm here now.
Okay.
Here, come downstairs and let's watch a movie together. I then head to the hallway of where the staircase was, only to see Oliver standing there with tears running down his face. To be honest, I was a little taken aback and didn't exactly know what to say or do as the tension in the air was still very heated. Oliver then starts to repulsively cry and pleads for both mine and Nadia's forgiveness. I didn't want to stir any further drama within the family, so I accepted the apology and invited Oliver to watch the movie with us. Throughout the night, things started to seem normal again. We binge-watched cartoons together till it was 2 in the morning. I even saw Oliver and Nadia begin to socialize and crack jokes with each other again. It truly warmed my heart seeing the two interact with one another. The time was roughly 3:15 when we had all passed out asleep on the living room couch. I remember my sleep being extremely foggy as I kept tossing and turning like I was going through the early stages of sleep paralysis. I then get awoken by loud music playing from the backyard and Oliver standing over me. "Hey, Max, can we play tug-of-war now?" "Come on, Oliver, I just got up. You mind if I at least brush my teeth?" "Come on, just one game. I waited patiently since yesterday." I figured one round of tug-of-war couldn't hurt, so I got up from the couch as Oliver surprisingly put a blindfold over my eyes and said, "Winner gets a prize."
Oh, no,
I was genuinely confused.
I have a feeling
my head was still
it's like
groggy
something
from
about
the
the
deep
system.
sleep I had just awoken from. Oliver then guides me to the backyard by latching onto my hand. The music from the radio got louder and louder the closer we stepped foot onto the lawn. I could tell Oliver was trying to orchestrate some kind of bizarre plan he had going on, but I just went along with it as I didn't want to sour the mood.
Going on right now.
Oliver then puts one end of the rope in my hands and begins to shout, "Go!" as I began to tug at the rope with all my might. I had pulled a considerable amount of rope until I was caught with an overbearing amount of force that seemed to put a stop to my end of the rope pull. Damn, why is this kid so strong? He's not budging anymore. Am I really playing tug-of-war with him right now? That's when I take off the blindfold and see Nadia getting hung by a noose on the tree. I could see her pale skin visibly become blue while swinging back and forth like a pendulum. As I looked down at my hands, I realized I wasn't playing tug-of-war with Oliver. I was hanging and suffocating my sister.
Max is a pinata!
Oh, he's a sicko. Oh yeah, that was really good. Alright, next video. Alright, this is an IMR tale. Really
3 of my friends and I were bored out of our minds one Saturday night. Our college exam week had just ended, and we all needed something to do to take our minds off what our grades could be. We were all playing video games at my place when one of my friends, Jeff, received a notification from his phone. Someone he followed on Twitter just posted an announcement for a house party not so far away from where we were. When I asked Jeff who the host was, he just shrugged. "I don't know," he said. "She looked cute, so I followed her like, I don't know, last month. I didn't really pay attention." None of us were surprised. Jeff had a well-known weakness for pretty faces. Still, we thought his raging hormones might have been a good thing for once. We were all bored, and a house party sounded like just the type of mindless fun we needed to ease our anxieties about college. Before we left, I grabbed my emergency inhaler from my bedroom. I had pretty bad asthma, so I kept an inhaler for it with me at all times whenever I went outside. I pocketed my inhaler and joined my friends in a carpool to the house party. On the way there, it was decided that I'd be the group's designated driver. I wasn't too fond of alcohol in the first place, so I was content just to hang out with my friends and maybe chat up a few girls if the opportunity presented itself. I drove us for a good hour or so with Jeff giving me directions before he told me to stop the car. I parked the car near a gigantic house that stood alone at the end of the neighborhood street. Looking slightly confused, Jeff told us that was where the party was being held according to the Twitter post. Seeing what the house actually looked like worried us a bit at first. Sure, it was a big place. In fact, it'd be a perfect place to throw a house party. However, it seemed eerily quiet from the outside. Not a single ray of light peeked through its closed red curtains, and we couldn't hear any of the usual noises you'd hear at a party like drunken laughter or dance music. Everything was just silent. Not even the sound of crickets in the grass dared to break the quiet.
I work as a ski patroller in Sun Valley in a role where it's...
For a moment there, we were worried that we'd been tricked or Jeff got us lost. After double and then triple checking the address posted in the Twitter announcement, we concluded that we were at the right address and also that the party was probably a prank. Maybe the poster wanted to mess with the owner of the house by announcing a house party at their place. Or perhaps they were just trying to waste the time of anyone who wanted to attend the non-existent party. Whatever the case, we were ready to leave and go get pizza or something. We would have done just that if Jeff hadn't insisted on knocking on the house door first. We knew it was a bad idea, but my friends and I also knew that we'd never hear the end of it from Jeff if we refused. So we relented and followed him to the front door of the house to see if anyone was inside. Upon arriving at the front door, I picked up a faint metallic scent that lingered in the air, like copper that had been left to rust. Jeff knocked on the large door 3 times and waited for a response. We didn't hear any noise come from inside, but the door opened only seconds later. In an instant, our eyes were bombarded with an array of flashing multicolored lights, followed by loud thumping dance music. The metallic scent from before gave way to the familiar smell of cheap alcohol and greasy pizza. Greeting us at the door was the girl who announced the house party on Twitter in an outfit that left very little to the imagination. She greeted us with a wide smile and escorted us inside. Behind the closed curtains of the house was a house party, just like any other I'd been to. She told us to make ourselves at home and handed us all red Solo cups filled to the brim with alcohol. Since I was planning on driving my friends back home, I set mine down on a nearby table. Jeff shot us an "I told you so" look before running off to chase some skirts. For a while, everything was great. My friends had fun drinking and eating the food on offer while I talked to some new people. The curtains always remained closed, but I never thought to question it. As the night went on, the metallic scent from before returned. I didn't mind it too much. It wasn't a pleasant smell, but then again, I've smelled worse things at parties. I just assumed that someone must have gotten a nosebleed or forgot their tampons or something. At some point, I started to feel my asthma act up, probably because I was exerting myself too much while dancing. It wasn't anything a huff from my inhaler couldn't fix though. I shook my inhaler, put it to my mouth, and squeezed out its contents. My eyes were closed as I inhaled the chemical cocktail. I counted to 10, like I'd done a million times before, and exhaled my breath. The stiffness in my chest alleviated as the medicine did its thing. I opened my eyes again, with plans to continue partying. Instead, I was met with a nightmarish fleshscape. I was no longer standing in a house, or if it was a house, it was one that came straight from hell. The walls were made of red pulsating flesh that expanded and contracted in rhythmic unison, as if the house itself were breathing. The floors were carpeted by a layer of pink, watery muscle that squished under my feet like a soft tongue. Where there once was a door, was instead 2 rows of vertical teeth that were tightly clasped against one another. That wasn't the worst part though. There were still people in the house. Partygoers were dancing and drinking to throbbing music that was in reality just the sound of the living house breathing in and out. They all appeared to be half digested, with many of them missing huge chunks of flesh from their faces and torsos, exposing white bones and revealing empty holes where their organs were supposed to be. It was as if they'd been eaten away by acid from the inside out. None of them seemed to notice that they were missing most of their bodies. They just kept dancing to the sound of the living, breathing house on its carpet of flesh as bits of their own flesh fell off. Hundreds of long limp tubes that looked like large intestines dangled from the organic ceiling like hanging vines. Oblivious partygoers grabbed the tubes and put it to their mouths to drink green acidic bile that was being pumped through them by the house. In their minds, they must have been drinking beer from red Solo cups, not knowing that they were digesting themselves for the house's meal. The faint metallic copper scent I picked up when I arrived here has become overpowering since I learned the true form of this house. If I had to venture a guess, the source of that copper scent must be the same thing causing everyone to hallucinate that they were at a normal house party. Whatever chemicals were in my inhaler must have countered the effects of the living house's hallucinogens. It's not like that did me much good though. There are no windows here. The only way in or out was the grinding teeth that comprised the doorway. I tried to pry it open, but it was hard for me to even hold on to the teeth with the slippery saliva covering it. After a while, my vision would blur. The hallucinogens would kick in, and I'd suddenly be transported back to a regular house party where people were having fun and everything was right in the world. I'd have to take another puff of my inhaler to pull myself back to a horrid reality whenever I did.
Why would you do that later?
And those moments of brutal clarity were becoming shorter and shorter each time. I've been stuck here for hours trying to find a way out. Puffing my inhaler only gives me a few minutes away from the house's illusions now. But at this point, I welcome the hallucinations. I just took the last puff from my inhaler. Soon, I'll be permanently taken back to the illusion crafted by the house. I hope I'll assume that everything I just saw was just some elaborate waking nightmare, and not the truth I know it to be.
No, it's real.
Ignorance is bliss, after all.
Hey guys.
That was good, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, this one looks mad scary, I'm not gonna lie. The Mandela? Alright, bet.
We are currently receiving countless reports of an unidentified hostile organism that we'll refer to as alternates. Until we have a complete understanding of the threat, it's important to stay home, lock all doors and windows, and have access to a loaded firearm or any ranged weapon at all times. You will know if an alternate exists solely based on their physical characteristics. If you see another person that looks identical to you, run away and hide. If you see a person that has a biologically impossible characteristic, run away and hide. If one manages to break into your home, refrain from any kind of communication or contact with the threat. These intelligent life forms utilize elements of psychological warfare to take advantage of their victims. While we heavily discourage any form of contact or communication with an alternate, we make exceptions for attempts at executing them yourself.
Alright. Literally, it would have been mad cool to have identical because, like, You can sit home and like relax while the other one can do your shit. Like, this would have been fun. Tell an authority, figure out your encounter. Solves a thing puzzle. Hinder the alternates movement. Identify the class type. Okay. Neutralize the alternate. If seen to do so. Kill yourself. What? Huh? Boy, what the hell? Huh? Know your place in reality. Oh, okay. That's way better. Relax yourself. Don't do that ever again. Know your enemy. Type 1 double murder. Okay. Not too bad, not too bad. Whoa! Whoa, bro, whoa. Boy, oh no, bro. Oh no. Victor, okay. Mark Halfcliff and Caesar Torres. What's going on?
Hey, it's Caesar. I hope it's not too late.
No, it's fine. Don't worry. What's up? Are you alright?
Yeah, it's not me, it's my mom. She's knocked out cold and I have no idea why. I'm on my way to the ER, but could you do me a favor?
Yeah, of course. What is it?
I just need you to come over and turn on the cameras we have set up. You know the ones that we installed after we were robbed?
Oh, yeah. Would you mind if I asked why?
Well, she screamed really loud right before I found her on the ground. I just...
Well, do you have your doors and windows locked? Like what the broadcast told us to do?
Yeah, that's the weird part. Maybe she saw something? I don't know.
Maybe she saw alternate?
Alright.
Who knows?
I mean, it shouldn't be too bad. I'm just gonna switch them on and get out of there, though. You know how I feel about your house.
Yeah, that's fine. One last thing. Try to get a good view of the...
Bro, what's up, like, with the podcast acting up? Come on.
Okay.
Alright, I gotta go. I'm almost at the hospital. Thank you.
Okay, looks like he's going somewhere. He's going to the house. What's that? Okay. My thing is why he couldn't turn on the cameras. Why had to have been him? Motion detected at 3:31 a.m. Recording start. Alright, nothing too bad. I think that's outside. I don't know. Sound license detected at 5:34 a.m. Recording start.
Who are you? Get away from me! No!
Whoa. That follows me home, Caesar.
Let me in, Mark. I have a gift for you.
Whoa! I think that's our
I have a present. I have a surprise. I will not hurt.
I do not want to see who's on the other side. Yeah, don't. Bad idea. But it has been days. And nobody has come to help me.
You fucking bastard!
Guess he shot the alternate? Oh, bad decision, man. Oh no. Yeah, he's dead. Put in the chat, rest in peace, Mark, cause like he's dead. Whoa. Bro, what? That's the alternate? So I guess the alternate got Mark. I don't know. Nobody came. Poor Mark. Rest in peace. Attention, viewing of the following footage is legal and punishable by law. If not previously cleared with your assistance, if you have assisted this recording. Damn. So I guess we're watching something illegal right now. Mandela County Police Department training video. But the position emergency call operator.
While at the station, a situation may occur where the local 911 dispatchers run out of operators to handle calls, so
Why
they
do
are
voice
given to
assistant
us
sound
instead.
like that? What the hell?
There are 3, and only 3, scenarios that you will handle with a caller. When a caller needs the police, send available personnel to the address. When the caller has a fire-related emergency, contact our neighboring fire department with the address and a brief description of the event. When the caller has a medical emergency, immediately contact the Mandela Community Hospital.
Whoa.
Here at the Mandela County Police Department, we thank you for viewing this instruction.
Do not help a caller reporting not. No matter how frantic their screams are. Calmly reassure the caller that help is on its way. Then call can be ended when they start responding to your questions. Do not speak too much. You might accidentally reveal your fear.
Nothing is worth the risk, nothing is worth the risk, nothing is worth the risk.
My voice is off today. Download stress assignment video. Record your child response to the following media. Section 1. Okay. Daddy then took me in, and there's a man in the closet. Bro, what? The Scary Night by Mark, age 4. School, Mandela Elementary School. Daddy did not check under my bed last night. So I went to Mommy's room. I was scared. That was scary. Oh wow. Poor child. And the scariest part is walking by the dark room by the stairs. So this is basically Mark, like, experienced a trespasser when he was younger, and now he's dead. Me, scary. Okay. Almost at Mommy's room, then I saw the man in the corner. Okay. he just looks friendly, but no, that's scary. And then I fell asleep. The end. Okay. Section 2. Okay, there's a cat. Kitten is mom and dad. A balloon. Is it trying to give us a message? Okay, now what is this? If anything expected occurred during the test. Mandela critical. Alright. That was really good, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, this is Alter, and we're about to watch a horror short film, Making Friends. And let's see if it's good, but the Mandela one was a 10 out of 10. And this is the 4th vid. This is the last vid we're gonna watch for the rest of the day, and then next week we can watch Scary Days again together. Alright, I'm gonna start the video now.
The Oliver Island.
Hello, Robin. We could be good friends, aren't we? You'll be safe out here from Norman. Don't go flying off. Caroline, you're soaking.
Oh, am I? Oh, would you mind?
Oh, Mo. It's invigorating. Such sweetie. Hi, Mo. I was wondering if you would like to come round for tea sometime. Hi, Mo. Hi, Mo. Hi, Mo.
So I guess, she likes him, I guess. So, this is intriguing.
No way. What do you think, Norman? International man of mystery? Debonair billionaire playboy? I was wondering. Mystery or playboy? Hi, Mo. Guess what? I've been invited to my old school reunion. All my old school friends are going to be there. It's going to be amazing. My best friend Emma's going to be there. She's my best friend. Oh, I can't wait till this party. I'm going to give Emma Robin, my bird. She'll be so excited. Oh, Caroline, you're shivering. Would you like some tea? Yes, that would be amazing. There you go.
Bro, you really violated.
Right then, Robin. Let's go.
I thought that was his real hair.
Mo? You okay? What's wrong? Have you seen Robin, my bird? No. Why? He's gone. Don't worry about it. She won't mind about a silly present. She'll just be pleased to see you. Why don't you stay here then?
So I guess he likes this girl, so...
Excuse me. Sorry. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Emma, hi, how are you? It's Mo. Morris. Patterson? You remember? Darren Smith and the others used to put my head down the toilet, and you once told them to stop, remember? Stop it, he said. Stop pissing on his head. Miss Taylor's coming.
Oh my God, it's Pissy Pants Patterson. Wow!
Hi, Darren. It's Mo.
Whatever. I've got a big surprise for you. No, not that. Come here. Check it out.
What is this music, man? Oh no.
Hi, Mo. Sorry, I forgot my key. No worries. Forget my head if it wasn't screwed on. Darren, what brings you here?
Patterson, I think you might have walked off with my bag last night and left yours.
We have the same bag. How funny. Where did you get yours?
A shop.
Me too. Well, come in, come in.
Actually, if you could just... Jesus Christ.
I made some tea. Oh, this is Norman. Norman, say hello to Darren.
Yeah. Hello, Darren.
Bro, what? Oh no.
So good to see you last night.
Vibe, bro.
Brilliant to catch up with old friends.
Listen, Patterson, we aren't your friends.
Milk? Biscuit.
Jesus Christ, what the hell is wrong with you? I'm not your friend. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Patterson? You know, no matter how many times we used to beat you up, you always came crawling back for more. Now look at you. Look at how you live.
I think he's living better than you.
You're a creepy freak.
Even though he's a little bit weird.
Fine, I'll have some tea. I'll have a shitting biscuit.
Nah, he was just hungry.
Are we friends now?
He tried to play it off.
Darren?
What's going on? Karma. He tried to be nice and he was giving off a weird attitude, so Karma had to hit you. What's she doing? Oh, she has a bird. Oh no.
You had me worried for a second there. I didn't know what to do.
I knew you'd save the day.
Well, what are friends for,
He
eh?
was just acting up, and now he's being nice.
I mean those things I said. You've always been my best friend.
Even though he saved his life.
Oh, hold on a second. Stereo's been doing that for a while, hasn't it?
There's a fly on his head. Is that just all flies in the water? Oh my god, the cat was fake. The guy was fake too? Oh no, something sinister going on.
We should invite Emma round for tea. I think she'll really like that.
Oh, that's a really good idea, Darren. I wish I'd thought of that.
Well, teamwork.
That's what friends are for. Her number's in my phone.
Oh.
I found it. Not on my phone, you're belling. Someone pay as you go.
Yeah, sorry, Darren. I'll use the landline.
Is that blood on the wall?
Hi, Caroline. I'm just having tea with a friend. This is Darren.
Hi, Darren.
Emma's coming round for tea.
Is she? Great. Well, I'll put the kettle on.
Huh?